Nobody but me can release poetry like this. Deep, rhetorical, crucial, metaphorical wordsmith. Precise direction like the most accurate compass. A master with these keys like a professional locksmith. Nobody makes him perceive this as celestial. Feel it in their intestinal, every track is professional. The Big Bang in hip-hop ET is never home. Catch him at all angles like omnidirectional microphone.
Hey guys, Nick here with Wealthversity, and today I'm going to show you how to list your own house on the MLS, fire your realtor, and pay yourself thousands of dollars. Let go. Money, 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 money.
Dynamic and epic like strings with the blast section. At top speed like I'm gas pressing blast weapons. To conquer lethargic targets in less than 5 seconds. To MCs with inquiries for the mastiff. You can possibly
Here we go, baby. It's gonna be epic. Here we go.
The magistrate for the secular rap debate. They all robotics with no mechanics to
All right.
They all tend to follow trends, so they all fake. So ain't nothing left but copycats never calculate. False flag and MCs. Gangsters made for TV. Ain't nobody do this but me.
Got high though.
Puppet stands for the machine.
Got up
Copy
there.
and pasting MCs. Ain't nobody realer than me. Identity sold to big cheese, fantasies, big screen. I ain't got nothing but me. Ain't nobody but me. Come on, yo, I ain't got nothing but an overstuffed cerebral. Soundproof acoustics and a glass you can see through. A pinch of green skunk, couple blunts and some diesel. Digital peak leaders and an analog VU. 48 tracks, 8 busts and a master fade. One dog, one slave for the lays and crossfades. Kicks, jeans, a tee, slanted hat and 5 braids. 2 pins, 1 pad, no gimmicks, no change. Condensed mic nice with a 2020 frequency. Oasis Phantom 7 and the MPC for sequencing. Live drums and sample, a black grand piano. Electric with the bass and a harp for glissando. Producers, engineers, and some FL keys. 12-inch vinyl stacks and 10 real MCs. P2s and Logic 9 wired up to the reeds. One stage, a PA, and a crowd that screams. I ain't got shit but them underground sessions. The paint from the can and the B-boys and vision. Positive intentions and pessimistic conditions. A filthy attitude, no plaques, no millions. Integrity, a purpose, delivery, and wisdom. The power of the one to release the cataclysm. Perfection, protection, work.
Now I'm going to show you how to save tens and thousands of dollars, fire your realtor, and list your house yourself. So the first thing I usually like to do is I like to look at the comps in the neighborhood. So I use home value estimator through Chase. I usually type in Chase home value and it pops right up. So basically once you pop it up, put in the address, and then you can kind of look at the comps of houses that sold in that same neighborhood. In this case, you've got 160, 174, 190, 158. You got the square footage. So based off of what I'm looking at here, the years built, when it sold, the square footage, whether or not it's single family, all that good stuff, I'm thinking in my head I'm gonna probably list it for 189 and take 169. But I'm gonna start high and go from there. You never know. Like, you really never know. You really don't. Somebody could really like the house and bid over asking, or nobody may like the house and you gotta sell it for less. But I'm in no hurry to sell it, so I'm thinking high. So you have a bunch of options on listed for Freedom. This is the website you're gonna use to put it on your local MLS. And basically, this will put your listing on the websites that the realtors, if you hired one, would use. So basically, once you go to Listed with Freedom, you're gonna just have to set up an account. You set up your account, you register, and then you're ready to go. So I already have an account with List with Freedom, so I'm just gonna type in my information, my email, my password. I'm gonna save it to my computer, and as you can see on that corner, I've saved $67,000, $67,578 on some of the listings that I listed myself. Now these are just the ones that I listed myself. Imagine all the ones that I've listed with realtors over the years. How much money I could have been saving. I mean, already just listing myself, $67,000, I could buy a house. I could buy a really nice house in some neighborhoods, but I can buy a house in Florida for sure for $67,000. I could buy a nice condo for $67,000 and rent it out and make $800 a month, or a house and rent it out and make $1,200 a month. Get my return in, a couple of years. And this is money that you would have spent if you hired a lawyer. Think about that. So like that money's gone. All those thousands of dollars I paid a realtor, and they basically did nothing for me. I started doing this myself when I started realizing, like, man, I'm pretty much doing all the work for the realtor anyway. I'm like, doing like everything, and I'm like, calling my realtor's not answering, and I'm like, damn, dude, I spent thousands of dollars with you and bought several houses and sold several houses with you, been loyal, and you can't even answer my phone calls or return my phone calls. Like, you think, hey, Nick's calling, this is money, let me answer my phone, because I know he's not with that BS. I'm never with that BS. I'm always straightforward. I'm about my money. So when I call you, basically bringing money to you. So when you're slowing me down, I don't like that. I don't like to be slowed down. I like to keep moving. I like to keep that wheel spinning. So I was like, forget that. Did some research. Got linked up with List with Freedom. I've been using them ever since. This is a solid company to use for sure. So basically, the house that we were just at and took photos of, I'm going to go ahead and post it on here. I'm going to go with the $199 package, which gives you 25 photos, and post that. So basically, you got to put in your address, your county. Our county is Brevard County. And so it's going to ask you a bunch of like different services. You don't need none of those other services. Put in your address. Basically, you're gonna put in your address. You're gonna put on your photos. You're gonna do all this stuff, and basically, once your house is listed, you're gonna have realtors work for you, and you don't have to worry about paying a selling agent. The only agent that you have to pay is a buyer's agent, and that's fair. If you're bringing me buyers and I'm not doing anything, I'm sitting on the beach drinking Mai Tais or margaritas, or I'm off trying to make some other money, and you're out there bringing me money, hey, I don't mind paying you 2.5%, 3%. But in this case, I usually pay about 2.5%. So it's going to ask you if you want to do open house. You can if you want. I never do. And it works just as good. It's going to ask you all these options. The only thing you might want is a lockbox, but that lockbox is kind of cheap. So if you do a lockbox, what I recommend is go to Home Depot, and for about the same price, it's about $35. They sell a much better lockbox that's easier to use. So basically, I'm gonna fill out all my information here. I'm the owner. I'm gonna put my company's name that I usually buy houses under. My name. Let's see, my email, and I'm the owner. I'm a past client. Now, basically, it's going to take your credit card information. So, List with Freedom is really quick to basically get paid for their service. Because, like, we haven't even started yet. So, basically, in the beginning, you're basically paying for the service. You're going to type in your information. Once you type in your information, you're going to put your credit card in there. It's asking me if I want to use my Apple Card. I don't. I actually got to pay that bill because, it's going to report to my credit probably in a couple of days, and I don't want to bring up my utilization. So after I shoot this video, I'm probably going to make a payment on that sucker. But anyways, put in my credit card information. $195. No, I don't want to remember this card. And submit. Now, once you have submitted, it's going to ask you some other questions. Single family. Now, it pre-computed all this stuff back in the day, or not that long ago, but it used to be where you had to get this information yourself. But you still want to type your or bring up your Brevard County, or I'm sorry, your property appraisers. If you're in a different county or a different state or whatnot, you want to go to your property appraiser's website. Typically, this is the site you would go to get your property information. So when I type this in, I accidentally put the wrong address. So I'm sitting here looking like, that's not the house. What's going on here? Wait a minute, who's this guy? Hold on. This is all wrong. I got a little nervous for a second. I'm like, what the heck's going on? So then I realized, I'm like, oh man, I put the wrong freaking address. So it is not 1819. It's actually 1813. Let's try that again. So I'm going to type in the right address this time. Bam, pulls up the right information. It all looks good. So basically you used to like copy that and paste it in there and do that with everything else. But this actually now computes it. So that's like really good. Makes it easier because it was a pain in the butt before. It's kind of confusing. So basically you just go down, you answer all these questions, you type in your information. Lockbox, yes. What's the code? This is the code. And it's vacant. Already puts in the year built. It's 3 bedroom, 1 bath, 0 half baths. And basically you're just going to go through all these different questions that it asks you. all these different questions. Put in the square footage. And this is where that Chase comes in handy because it had the square footage in there, so I used that. One bath, 0 half bath, total living square feet. Facing north. It's paved, public, residential. Then you got all the options, what utilities are available. And don't worry if you get something on here wrong. Don't worry if you accidentally put something or you didn't put something. It'll all work out. You know, if a realtor asks you about it, just say, well, I was filling it out and I accidentally did that. And then you can actually contact a broker for this website and they can fix it for you. It's very simple. It's not a problem. Your biggest thing is you want to get the property on the MLS and you want to fill out the required stuff on here. And if you just forgot to fill something out, no big deal. And so I went to the bird's eye view of the map because it asked about the lot size. So in this case, I basically went to not a bird's eye view, but the map view. And on the map view, it will actually show you the frontage feet and the side feet. So this one's got a pretty narrow lot, 50 feet, and then the side is 127 feet. I tried to put in the half, but it wasn't letting me, so we just went with 127. That's fine. I don't think that half a deal will affect the sale too much. Go back to the property appraisers and go to details, and it is 0.15 acres. All right. Lot features, none. Submit data. And once we do that, we're going to go to the next step. We're going to put in a listing price. This is saying Zillow's like $115. I would never sell that house for that. The location is too nice. I will keep that house for $115,000. Promise you. The upper range is $152,300. That's great, but still, I need more. $189,999. Okay, I'm gonna list it for. If somebody is like, I'll give you $165, I might take that, but I want to be closer to $189. Honestly, this house might be an Airbnb. I might turn it into an Airbnb. I'm not sure. I don't really want to do a rental, but Airbnb, I like the idea just because of the location. It's next to the college, next to the high school. There's walking trails. I'm just in love with the location. I really like it. You can sit on your back porch. You can watch the kids play football. They're out there playing baseball. So that field behind the house, They practice baseball games. They practice their football games. It's just a really good area for a family. So I really like that about that area. I like that about that location of that house. So I'm gonna ask all the money for it because I really kind of don't want to sell it. But if somebody comes with the money, I will sell it. But anywho, I'm typing in the title company who we're gonna have do the title work once we do sell it. Put their information in here and submit it. Once we do that, we are on to the next step. And we're going to go back to the tax collector for this one. And we're going to go to the property appraisers. And then from there, we're going to go to the tax collector's website just to kind of get an idea. So it looks like $902.67 was how much it was last time it was paid. So we're just gonna go with that. I'm gonna put in that. So good thing is if somebody like bought this house and they homesteaded it, their taxes are not that much. So taxes are pretty fair for that house. So that's a good thing. You know, that's a positive thing about having a house with not a lot of square footage. Which I know it's a small house. I know it is, but I like it. I like the area, you know, and hopefully somebody else sees that value as much as I do. And they pay me a lot of money for it because that would be great. So it's asking if I have any current financing. These are all the options. I don't have any financing on it. Bought this one cash. Now it's asking like what financing I would accept on it. Basically, I would accept anything as long as the check clears. I will take it. This house doesn't have any HOAs, no HOAs, no community development stuff, none of that stuff. So that's positive. So you don't have somebody charging you $200 a month telling you can't park your car in your driveway. None of that BS. So when you buy the house, it's yours. It's asking interior features. I'm not going to put any of that, but you have options here if you want to put any of that stuff here. Basically, all this stuff is just optional. It's not required. If it was required, it would have red writing that says required. I'm going to put it's got 4 ceiling fans because it does. So I'm just going to put that there. And then it's asking some other features. It's got a little bar. It has appliances, and they're included. I already bought them. They're at the store. I just have to pick them up. And then it's just asking the sizes of the room, what floor. And this stuff doesn't have to be perfect. If you messed up or you don't know a measurement, you could basically just put a guesstimate what you think it is. If you're big, sorry if you put too small of a space. I'm sorry, I mean, that's not really gonna hurt you too bad. If they like it, they like it. So it'll still go through. So basically, just fill out all this information. Go to the next step, upload your pictures, hit submit, and you're ready to sell your house. I hope that this video was helpful, and I hope you use the service and stop using a realtor and save yourself lots of money. Okay, like you've seen, like I showed you on the portal, that I've saved $67,000 in counting. So like, I could have bought real talk here. I could have bought a house. Oh, I'm sorry, I did buy a house with the savings, but like the money that I spent on realtors in the past, I could have bought like another house. And like, if you're a person using a realtor and you've sold properties like I have and have in the past and used a realtor and you're paying them thousands of dollars, well, look what you could have saved, and look at what you would have had, and you could have invested that money and put it into something that would have gave you a return. Once you give it to a realtor, most of these realtors, you don't even get a loyalty in return. You don't even get like a, hey, there's a good deal on a property, you should check this out, in a return type of return. You don't even get that. Like, so what's the point of using these people? Like, seriously, like, I don't know. With my experience, I just have a bad taste in my mouth. I really do. I feel like if I'm, going out my way to put money in your pocket and you can't even pick up the phone, come on, man. That's unacceptable. So, anyways, it's really a blessing in disguise, because, if that person was kissing my butt, I probably wouldn't have been able to save enough money to buy another house. I probably would have bought him a house, and I still would have been a house or two behind. But so, if you think about it, it's kind of like a blessing in disguise. So, hope this video was helpful. Please like and subscribe. Please help a brother out. I'm just getting started, trying to boost up the channel, and basically trying to get everybody paid. You know what I mean? Trying to help you, help me, help you, and we can put this together, and we can do this together. That's what Wealthversity is all about. This is a community where we're making money together. I'm going to show you what I do, how I do it, and hopefully in return, you leave some good comments. Maybe tell me some things that might help me, and we can all come up together. Wealthversity, baby. Take it easy.
Yeah, nobody but me can release poetry like this. Deep, rhetorical, crucial, metaphorical, wordsmith. Precise direction like the most accurate compass. A master with these keys like a professional locksmith. Nobody makes him perceive this as celestial. Feel